All right, folks, welcome back to the ASUS ROG tournament, and my microphone is not on, so...
You can keep trying.
I can keep shouting. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ASUS ROG tournament. There you go.
Mic's on. All right.
Microphones are for the weak, man.
I know. I'm actually quite weak with my voice. You've got this projectile voice.
Projectile voice, yeah. I don't know what that means. Whatever the case, what we do have is Ret versus WhiteRa, and we saw in that first game that things got a little bit hairy for WhiteRa. Unable to deal with a mass Mutalisk style. Lot of aggression there from Ret, and punishing what could be argued as some fairly greedy play.
Red just messaged me saying, "Why is Naniwa casting this game?" Oh wait, it's TotalBiscuit.
The name was created in honor of Naniwa's Smurf account. Don't Google it. Here we go, folks. I bring you the one and only WhiteRa. He is in the blue trunks playing Protoss to the north of this map, which is, of course, the Shattered Temple, versus his opponent. It is LiquidRet. He is in the red trunks playing Zerg to the east. And close air positions is obviously, once again, ESL Shattered Temple. There are no close by ground. So already Ret's going to be able to get Overlords in absolutely great positions here. He's going to be able to fly straight over the Nexus and then find a location around the natural with this first Overlord, if he does decide to show it, that is. All the other Overlords will want to be planted in between both of these mains here. And WhiteRa is once again fast expanding. He does it every map. No matter how wide that choke point is, he will fast expand. Yep, goes on steps of wall, fast expands. You know, it's crazy. But whatever the case, it is risky. We saw Ret was deviating somewhat from his usual strategy of build lots of drones to build some Zerglings, but still a fair amount of drones, and was able to then punish his opponent, the fast third, leading into that 6 gas and mass Mutalisk style that WhiteRa didn't really have too much of an answer to. He was going for Blink, but didn't have enough Stalkers one way or the other to do that. And, of course, no Stargate tech. So I have to wonder how that changes this time. Does Ret execute the same strategy, knowing that it is possible to punish a greedy WhiteRa, or do we see WhiteRa deviate and start to play a little bit less greedy? I mean, let's be honest, Shattered Temple, not exactly an ideal map to take a fast third.
Well, no, there's a lot of rocks in the way, and when you forge fast expand, you're not going to really have any units to kill the rocks, so that kind of leads you to think that he'd maybe go for a timing attack. That is the way he's previously beat Ret before as well, but at the same time, Ret, I mean, oh my god, this guy is so good. When his timings are tightened up well, he's been practicing them, he's actually unstoppable. And we've seen it time over time. He actually, oh, hold on a second. WhiteRa is walling in. He actually, no, now he's going to be walling in.
Yeah, didn't quite get that one there. There we go. Okay, so he's created a 3-pylon wall in, which one has to assume is going to lead into cannons. He's stopping the drone from actually getting out there.
He needs to do it now, and he's investing so much money into this right now. The cannon's going to be able to complete. The drones are coming, though, which may help out. I'm surprised he didn't re-wall off. There, he tried to do it then, and it's going to fail. This is so bad for WhiteRa. The cannon's not going to be completed. The Lings are on the way as well. This is disastrous for WhiteRa in this game.
That was a very risky move, and Ret knows it. Ret is so confident that he can take down that photon cannon before it does a damn thing. It is cancelled. That's 300 minerals worth of pylons just thrown in right there. And now WhiteRa trying to create a blockade before these Lings actually get into the base.
Are they going to get in?
Yeah, they're getting in. They're getting in one way or the other. And while it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get up that ramp, I have to wonder how do you transition out of that exactly?
It's pretty tough. I mean, he can go double Zealots and just go, all right, screw this game and go all in.
Yeah.
But he is getting gas at the same time. So this is actually really, really difficult, and Ret is in fantastic position. The thing with WhiteRa is he did not build a cannon on the other side. If he built it where the gap is, then only one drone at a time would be able to attack it there. Yeah. And then he could have built a second as well. So he really just misplaced that and screwed up. That's literally what he did.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. If WhiteRa was able to maybe dump down a few extra cannons, maybe he could make a go of it. But the thing is that Ret is just breaking out unit after unit right now, and Lings have now made their way into the mineral line. Ret's only managed to... Actually, he's killed nothing in the mineral line so far. It's only the 2 probes that were killed at his natural, so really nice to defend here.
He actually cancels the gas. And a bit of a fake out here. The Lings do see it, though, but what he's going to be able to do is go for these double Zealots. And double Zealots are going to charge at Ret, he's only just now started speed. He should be able to defend against it easily. He knows it's going to come as well, especially because he's seen the 2 gateways. One Spine Crawler would be quite efficient as well, but he's building 10 Lings. With the 2 he already has, 12 is enough to surround and kill these with the Queen as well.
Yeah, it is, and that's why this attack obviously is quite dangerous and isn't really going to do all that much. And WhiteRa is now also supply blocked as well, just to make matters even worse. This game honestly couldn't be going any worse for him.
Yeah, it's going really, really bad, and even though these Zealots are doing a bit of damage, they're not going to be able to do anything past this. And Ret knows it. He's droning up very hard, and he's actually going for an incredibly fast layer as well. So this leads us to believe that he may be trying a Nidus. Nidus is extremely good against these kind of builds, especially when your opponent's so far behind as well. Or he may just be trying to go directly for Mulus straight off the bat. We'll have to find out.
That could happen. And WhiteRa is now pressured at his front as well. He is heavily behind in terms of his economy. He is now at least not supply blocked. But look at that. 29 and now 30 supply at the 11-minute mark is not a good number, honestly. And even then, a couple of Zerglings try and make their way in, nicely surrounded and eliminated there by WhiteRa. Ret's still only killed 1 probe in that mineral line. It's very well defended.
Yeah, but look at the difference in drones and probes. There's now 39 drones compared to 29 probes. You know, that's really, really, really bad for WhiteRa. And Ret is taking all 4 gases, which leads me to believe he is going to be going for an incredibly fast Spire, especially within this matchup, and basically playing it out very similar to Zerg versus Terran. As you can see now, the Spire does go down as well, and really, really using Mulus well. And WhiteRa, unless he immediately builds a Stargate or something, is going to have almost nothing by the time 9 Mulus are going to pop out.
Yeah, what do you do against that? We saw that in the last matchup. What do you do against that many Mutas?
Oh, the probe actually gets into the main base of Red and sees the Spire,
Very nice.
Which is really, really good for WhiteRa.
Yeah, the question is, can he react fast enough? The Spire is not even half complete yet. Does he put down a Stargate? Does he try to just bulk up in terms of Stalker count?
Yeah, there's his 2 options, really. He either bulks up heavily in Sentry Stalkers, or he decides to throw a Stargate down. He is deciding to build a Stargate. So we are going to be seeing Phoenixes come out into play. They are faster, they can kite Mulus very well, but at the same time, they are very, very micro-intensive, because if you slip up, Mulus will be able to pick on. There's the double Stargate as well. So we're going to see a lot of Phoenixes directly to counter this Spire. And I'm having a look at Ret's vision. He's about to send in an Overlord as well. If he sees both Stargates, he can just forget about going Mulus and just directly do something else and directly counter the counter to him.
Yeah, he's going to see the first one. He will not see the second. There we go. He doesn't see the second, but he's still going Muta anyway, and with Ling on the ground as well. So I have to wonder if just seeing one, he thinks, oh, it's too late anyway, it doesn't matter. And Assault on the front is easily repelled for the time being. Twilight Council being added on there as well. I don't know, this might end up turning out a little bit bad for Red, continuing to build Mutas when there's double Stargate coming up, but Red has also expanded down to the bottom and has such a large economic lead from the start. I have to wonder what's going to happen. Red's adding a Hydra Den on here.
Yeah, basically he's forced WhiteRa to kind of go down double Stargate, and he can very easily tech switch now to Ling Hydra, which is WhiteRa's going to eventually end up with a bunch of Phoenixes and a bunch of Gateway units, both directly countered by Ling Hydra here. So very smart play from Red, and he's going to maximize a lot of damage here with Lings and these Mulus if he goes into this natural.
Yeah, and he's making a move for it. The Warpins come in, but they are managing to slide past, and there's a good surround right there by Red, smashing through those forces on the ramp. The Mutas coming in as well, and WhiteRa not able to control us quick enough, losing several Phoenixes, and this is still not going well at all, and that is that mineral line completely eviscerated.
Oh, and so many more Lings are on the way as well. He's just going to completely overswarm WhiteRa.
That was a disastrous game for WhiteRa. It really, really was. There isn't really a way to come back at this point. He's lost too much now, and it was a very risky opening that didn't pay off, and that's what happens when you do something like that and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to warp in Zealots, but his economy's down, his supply's down to 50 supply. Slowly but surely, Ret is going to take this game. He's droning up with this third base as well. He's getting an Evolution Chamber to be safe against Phoenix harassment at the same time. And even though WhiteRa's finally kind of held his natural, he's still losing stuff in the main. But the thing is, Hydras are on the way now as well, and he has nothing to deal with them. And Red's at 70 drones.
It's scary, isn't it? All behind all of this, Red has been building drones. He has a ridiculous lead, almost 40 right there. DT Shrine coming down for WhiteRa, which is immediately scouted there by Red. And I don't think that's the most... Actually, I think that's the least secret Dark Shrine I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know, maybe he was playing a bit of, I'm going to put it in the most obvious place ever.
It's the last place you'll look, except with them. GG.
And Rec 2-0, super fast 2-0.
Yeah, very much so. And
the next map, though, Terminus SC, big map for WhiteRa, but at the same time, it's a big map for Rep. So.
Yeah, it is, and it's where he loves to build drones. Wait a minute, that's every map. Whatever the case, that was just disastrous. I mean, how else can you possibly describe it? It went wrong, horribly wrong.
Mistakes happen, and WhiteRa is making a few mistakes in this tournament, so...
Yep. Well, he's 2 games down, but he is not out of the tournament yet. Going to be setting up the next game, and we will be right back very shortly after this commercial break.